Verse 1.
Right.
Hear ye now what the Lord saith. Arise, contend thou before the mountains, and let the hills hear thy voice.
Right.
Hear ye, O mountains, the Lord's controversy, and ye strong foundations of the earth.
Right.
For the Lord hath a controversy with his people.
What the Most High got?
A controversy with his people.
Hey, the Most High got a controversy with his people. Hey, do y'all know that y'all are the people of the Most High God? That y'all the children of Israel, he has a controversy with you, a problem? Right, read on.
And he will plead with Israel.
And he will plead with who?
Israel.
And he gonna plead with Israel, man. Right? It's time for y'all to wake up, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
Y'all have to come out of the ways of these worlds, man. They're teaching you lies, giving you false doctrines. They tell you that your Christ is white. Everybody knows, if you read Revelation, the 1st chapter, that he's a black man from the tribe of Judah. Right?
That's right.
The Most High has a controversy with his people, Israel. Bring it up.
2nd Ezra chapter 1 verse 4.
Right?
And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Go thy way and shew my people their sinful deeds.
And do what?
Show my people their sinful deeds.
And we come out here to show the Most High's people their sinful deeds, man. Y'all out here are doing things that y'all not aware of. Right? Y'all in the midst of sin. It's time to come out of the midst of sin. What is sin? Transgression of the law. Right? Read on.
And their children, their wickedness which they have done against me.
Hey man, y'all have done wickedness against the face of the Most High, man. Right? Read on.
That they may tell their children's children.
Read on.
Because the sins of their fathers are increased in them. For they have forgotten me and have offered me unto strange gods.
Unto strange what?
Unto strange gods.
Hey, y'all is following strange gods now, man. Right? Y'all done taught the wicked ones y'all ways as well, man. Right? Y'all teaching y'all kids. It's a damn shame. Right? Read on.
Am not I even he that brought them out of the land of Egypt?
The Most High is letting you know, I brought you out of the land of Egypt. You two sisters. Y'all gotta learn your nationality too. Yeah? The Israelites.
Y'all know Kemet gets one out.
Hold on, brother.
You know that, right?
Hold on, brother.
So that's one country we should.
You gotta repent, keep the commandments,
That's
right?
one our
Read on.
They sold you.
From the house of bondage.
Right?
But they have provoked me unto wrath and despised my counsel.
What have they done?
Provoked my wrath and despised my counsel.
Y'all despise the Most High's counsels, man. Right? Every time we come out here and try to preach this word to y'all, everybody wants to rebel against the word. Right? Because it brings it out of you, man. It's in y'all spirit, even from the beginning, to want to rebel against the words of the Most High. Y'all been doing the same thing. There's no new thing under the sun, man. Read on.
Pull thou out then the hair of thy head.
Right?
And cast all evil upon them, for they have not been obedient unto my law.
Hey man, y'all are not obedient to the laws of the Most High, man. Dietary laws. We wonder why we all out of shape, all obese, high blood pressure, gout, diabetes, high cholesterol. These things come from the dietary laws, man. We have to keep the dietary laws. But y'all rather listen to the so-called white man who tells you can do whatever you want to do. You can be a homosexual. You can eat pork. And I put it on the silver platter. Right? They put on the silver platter before your very faces, these screens that we put in our face every day, man. Whether it's TV, iPads, phones, right? And we look at these things and think that these are high-end foods, and they're not. Right? These are foods that are destroying you, man. The Most High said that his people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. We lack knowledge of the truth. We lack knowledge of who our God is. We have forgotten who our God is, man. It's time to wake up. Y'all realize that America's about to be destroyed, brothers? America's on its way out, man. But they rather do their own thing. Wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge, man. Read on.
But it is a rebellious people.
It is a what?
Rebellious people.
It is a what?
Rebellious people.
Hey, the Most High's people have been rebellious from the beginning. Read on. We are Israelites. And we have to repent and keep the commandments, or be put to death in the land of your captivity.
That's right.
Read on.
How long shall I forbear them, unto whom I have done so much good?
Hey man, the Most High said, how long I gotta put up with these people to whom I've done so much good for, man? Let's find out what the Most High did for his people. Read on.
Many kings have I destroyed for their sake.
What has he done?
Many kings have destroyed for their sake.
Hey man, the Most High said, I've destroyed many kings for y'all's sakes, man. Read on.
Pharaoh with his servants and all his power have I smitten down.
Hey, King Pharaoh, man. He smitting all them down, man. Read on.
All the nations have I destroyed before them, and in the east I have scattered the people of two provinces.
Two provinces, man. So the Most High scattered people for you. He destroyed kings for you, and we still rebel against the Most High. Right? Y'all really hate the Most High, man. Y'all been rebellious from the beginning. Read on.
Even of Tyrus and Sidon, and have slain all their enemies.
Hey, read on.
Speak thou therefore unto them, saying, Thus saith the Lord.
Saying what?
Thus saith the Lord.
Oh, thus saith me.
Thus saith the Lord.
Hey, it's thus saith the Lord out here, man. Hey, brother, you know you an Israelite? You gotta keep the commandments, brother. Read on.
I led you through the sea, and in the beginning gave you a large and safe passage. I gave you Moses for a leader, and Aaron for a priest.
They made it better than the Christian church. That's why I tell brothers, they made it better than the Christian church. They be partying all that.
Right, so the Most High have done great and terrible things for the children of Israel, yet we still rebel even unto this day, man. It's time that we wake up, man. Give me Romans 13:11. Bring it up.
Book of Judah, chapter 5, verse 17.
Right?
And whilst they sin not before their God,
Right?
they prosper.
Hey, when we don't sin against the Most High, we prosper. We live in the good life, like people like to say. Read on.
Because the Most High that hateth iniquity,
That loveth iniquity.
that hateth
Hey, the
iniquity,
Most High hate iniquity, man. He hates sin. Read on.
was with them.
And he's with us, man. Read on.
But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore,
And you get destroyed when you turn away from the ways of the Most High, man. Read on.
and were led captives into a land that was not theirs.
And what will happen?
They was led captives into a land that was not theirs.
Hey, we get led away captive into a land that's not ours when we disobey the ways of the Most High, man. These things happen already. Right, hold that. Give me Deuteronomy 28:68. Right? These things happen. Matter of fact, give me verse 15, then give me verse 68. This is a damn shame. Hey, brother, you understand that going into slavery was the Most High's doing? The Most High allowed us to go into slavery on slave ships because we disobey the laws, statutes, and commandments. But they don't care. They're going to be put to death. Deuteronomy 28:15 and then verse 68. Verse 20. Might be verse 20.
Romans 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Hey, all wisdom come as a two-edged sword, man. You're going to get what you're supposed to do, and you're going to also get what's going to happen if you don't keep the commandments of the Most High God. Right? The Most High said if you keep his commandments, you'll be set above all nations. If you don't, then you're going to be cursed as a people. Yes, brother, I'm talking to you. The Spirit is talking to you. You keep walking by here.
Brother, I think
Give me
that's
verse
a
68.
Terminator.
Huh?
I think that's a Terminator.
Whoever he is. So if you don't keep the commandments, you'll be cursed. We're going to get you one of the curses. Because while they sin not before their God, they prosper. But when they departed from the way, they were led away captive into a land that was not theirs, man. We are in a land that's not ours right now as we speak. Right? We're not familiar with this land. We from Israel, man. Bring it up.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Hey, we're going to go back into Egypt, which is slavery again, but this time by way of ship. Who went into slavery on ships? We the Israelites. We got to repent and keep the commandments.
That's the thing, man.
Read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
As a nation of people, we have yet to be back to Africa, so-called. Back to Northeast Africa, man. Read on.
And there yet shall be sold unto your enemies.
To your friends.
Your enemies.
Hey, you'll be sold unto your enemies. The same man that's rape, robbed, and murdered you until this very day, 2019, man. These things happen. Right, read on.
For bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Hey, no man shall buy you. Give me Baruch chapter 3 and verse 8. Continue on.
Book of Judah, chapter 5, verse 20.
Right?
Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people,
Right?
and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
Hey, did y'all sisters hear that? They said these nations know if they can keep us in sin, they can continue to rule over us. The so-called white man. Right? So that goes into y'all gotta have modest apparel, No eating shrimp, crab, lobster. Y'all are daughter. Yeah, we gotta stop
We
eating.
just ate that literally.
Yeah, no pork, right?
We don't eat pork.
Y'all are Israelites. We gotta repent and keep the commandments, all right? America's on its way out, man. Y'all see what's happening? World War III on the brink. All right?
And let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
Hey, they gonna overcome us, man. And did that not happen? We departed from the way, and they overcame us. The Most High said, all right, bet, I'm gonna let these nations, which I know y'all are stronger than, smarter than, faster than, more intellectual than, to come upon you and overtake you, man. These things happen. Right, sister, you know your nationality? You're an Israelite. You gotta repent and keep the commandments, or you're gonna be put to death. You know.
But if there be no iniquity in their nation,
Right.
let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their God be for them.
Hey, and our God be for us, man, and that's what we want. The Most High is looking for the remnant of His people to return unto Him, those that want to keep His laws, statutes, and commandments in sincerity and in truth, man. Right? Bring out your precept.
Baruch, verse 2, verse 8.
3 and 8.
Yeah, a lot of these Eves, man.
Baruch chapter 3, verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
No, we ain't in captivity no more.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
Hey, we are yet this day in our captivity, whether you believe it or not. Just because the so-called white man have given you liberty to do whatever you want, does not mean that you're not in captivity anymore. Right? You're still having to work your 9 to 5s. You're still having to work for the so-called white man for food, water, clothing, and shelter. For a passport to even leave this damn country, you have to get it from the so-called white man. A death certificate, birth certificate, social security number. Y'all ain't nothing but property to these people, man. Right? But yeah, everybody living their best life. Your best life is coming to a really, really close end. Hey, brother, you know your nationality?
I'm trying to find out.
Hey, well, say it. Continue. Continue.
For thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse,
Right?
and to be a subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers.
And we subject to payments now. Our water bill, rent, all these different payments that we got to deal with, child support. These things happen to us because we don't keep the commandments of just like God. All right, so us being Israelites, we have to repent and keep the commandments. Do you agree with that, brother? All right,
I was a Baptist.
you was a Baptist?
I've been 30 years.
That's right, brother. And we got to come out of the ways of the world.
Book of Romans chapter 13, verse 11.
Hey, check this out, sister, brother. Y'all check this out right here.
And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Hey, it's high time to awake out of sleep, brother. Right? And y'all Israelites, we got to repent and keep the commandments. The reason why we live in a low condition, in a lower state at the bottom of the scum of the earth is because we don't keep the commandments. All right? You're an Israelite.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Hey, our salvation nearer than we once believed. Give me Micah chapter 4 and verse 13. It's like it. Yeah, go to Micah chapter 4. Y'all brothers gotta wake up. You got your Revelation chapter 18. Micah chapter 4.
Revelation 18. Revelation chapter 18, verse 4.
Right.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Hey, it's time to come out of the ways of America, right? Their philosophy, their doctrines, their way of life, trying to be like the so-called white man and white woman, and these other nations as well. You got to come out of it. They teach you transgenderism, homosexuality, LGBTQ, HIV. It's time to come out of it, right? Your minds are being manipulated. Read on.
That ye be not partakers of her sins,
Right?
and that ye receive not of her plague.
Hey, that you receive out of the plagues that's coming to America. What's the plague that's coming to America, man? Right? Give me Zechariah 14 and 12. Hold that. Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 12. There's a plague that's coming to Babylon the Great for the sins, man. Hold that. Give me Amos 9 and 8. America commits the most abominable sins you can ever think of, and there's things that's happening that we don't even know about, man. things that's happening under the table, behind closed doors. Our children being molested and raped and taken. Hey sister, y'all know your nationality? You know you an Israelite? You're the Most High's chosen people, sister. You gotta repent, keep the commandments.
I'm down here working with you guys. That's why I got studied a little bit more.
That's good, bro.
I know everything about the Israelites now. You know, we the only people been, you know, actually we've been enslaved for 3,000 years.
Right. Been enslaved for a very long time.
Long time.
Very long time.
We are gonna make up for that.
Bring it up.
Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12.
Right.
And this shall be the plague.
And this shall be the what?
The plague.
And this shall be the plague, man, that was spoken of in Revelation 18th chapter. Read on.
Wherewith the Lord will smite all of them people that have fought against Jerusalem.
Hey, everybody that come against us, read on.
Their flesh shall be consumed away while they stand upon their feet.
Hey, that's talking about thermonuclear fire, man. Fire and brimstone that's going to rain down from the heavens via also the chariots, man. Read on.
And their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongues shall be consumed away in their mouth.
Hey, that's like the Terminator, man. If anybody seen that movie, when she was standing against that fence and her flesh consumed away from them nuclear bombs that hit.
You know the same thing gonna happen later on. That happened to Sodom and Gomorrah.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
15 tons brimstone destroyed that city. 6,000 degrees. Y'all know that, did you? 6,000 degrees. That's destroyed melt rock.
That's right.
Same thing gonna happen.
Hey, that's very Jude chapter 1 and verse 7.
Amos 9.
Bring that up.
The book of Amos chapter 9 verse 8.
Right.
Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom.
Hey, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, man. The Most High didn't take his eyes out of his head and roll them down to the earth. It's talking about the angels, man. The angels are out here taking record of everything, whether it be good or whether it be evil that you're doing, right? And they bring the account back up to the Most High. Did not the Most High, like the brother just brought out, which is the spirit, he said that Sodom and Gomorrah. What happened in Sodom and Gomorrah? The Most High sent 2 angels down to scope out the place, right? And Lot ran into him at the gate. Right, and they tried to rape the angels. Jude is before Revelation, the book literally before Revelation.
Even the children.
Yeah, even the children. It said old and young. That's right. Read on.
And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob.
Salvation only going to Israel.
11 back on Yakim. You know, keep this going because this most high's day. All right. So let me get Deuteronomy 76 first, and let me get Leviticus. Let me get. Read that first.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6.
Bring it up.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Alright, okay. The Most High said he prefer us over all nations. Let's get that said and done. Alright, keep going.
Above all people.
He said what?
Above all people
Go ahead.
that are upon the face of the earth.
He said above all people that's on the face of the earth. That don't mean the Chinese person. That don't mean the Arab person. He said above all people on the face of the earth. Everybody that's upon the earth. Give me First Chronicles 17:22. Keep going on.
For the Lord did not set his love upon you, nor chose you, because ye were more in number than 80 people.
You can't even say that, okay, because y'all was the greatest nation on the earth. No, the Most High, he wanted to choose the smallest people to show his wrath. That's why he always left a remnant of the people, just to show I'm the Most High Almighty. I do all. I wound and I kill. I heal and I make alive.
For ye were the fewest of all people.
He said what?
For ye were the fewest of all people.
He said we were the fewest people of all people. All right. So even you can believe it because 70 souls walked into Egypt, and look at that multitude walked out. Keep going.
But because the Lord loved you.
He said what?
But because the Lord loved you.
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Keep going.
And because he will keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers.
Keep going.
Had the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen.
Exactly. He said, know for a surety that your seed will be afflicted in a strange land for 400 years. And that's prophecy right there. Keep going.
From the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
Keep going.
Know therefore that the Lord thy God, he is God, the faithful God.
He's the what?
He is God, the faithful God.
Keep going.
Which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations.
Drop that, bring that out.
Verse 17 and 21. First Chronicles chapter 17, verse 20.
Bring it out.
O Lord, there is none like thee, neither is there any God beside thee, according to all that we have heard with our ears.
Because the first commandment is thou shalt not have no other gods before your house. Alright, he's the only true and living God. He's telling you that. He told you that all throughout the Bible. Alright, keep going.
According to all that we have heard with our ears.
Just like he just read to you. Go ahead.
21. And what one nation in the earth is like thy people Israel,
Read.
whom God went to redeem to be his own people, to make thee a name of greatness and terribleness, by driving out nations from before thy people, whom thou hast redeemed out of Egypt.
Because all through, when we was getting to the land of Israel, we had to go through so many nations. We wandered in the years, what, 40 years? 100. No, in the wilderness. 40 years in the wilderness, right? 40 years in the wilderness. Going through all those nations of people, we had to off them out. Like Most High said, to totally eradicate those people, or there'll be thorns and sticks to your side, right? Keep going.
For thy people Israel didst thou make thine own people forever, and for thy people Israel didst thou make thy own people forever.
He said we his own separate people, just like Deuteronomy 7:6 say. We his own separate people. Alright, he reiterates that throughout the whole Bible. Give me Psalms 147. Alright, read that one more time. Read that again. The last passage, bro.
For thy people Israel didst thou make thine own people forever, and thou, Lord, becamest their God.
God became what?
For thy people Israel didst thou make thine own people forever,
God.
And thou, Lord, becamest their God.
God. Keep going.
Therefore now, Lord, let the things that thou hast spoken concerning thy servants and concerning his house be established forever.
Because what's been done is going to happen. All right, whatever the Most High said, it's going to come to pass. All right, that's what you call a prophecy. All right, give me Isaiah 34 and 6, 34 and 16, 147 and 19. How you doing, sister? You got a question?
No. Do you have a question?
I could try to see what it's about.
He wants to listen.
All right, let me ask you this. What's your nationality, y'all, brother?
Pardon me?
What's your nationality?
American.
He's American? Would you call yourself African American?
No, we don't go into all that.
You don't go into all that?
Call yourself Jesus.
I call myself mixed.
Mixed? What are you mixed? What's your father? Your father's white? What's your father's father? Your father's father's white? So, sister, that's your son?
Yes.
You what do you call yourself?
I call myself Bianca.
Bianca? Your nationality?
Bianca. American.
American? What's your father?
He's black.
He's black? He's black, man? Don't you know that the descendants of slaves are the true children of Israel? That's what we teaching here.
Yeah, his father's a Russian Jew.
He's a Russian Jew? He's a Russian Jew. What's his religion? I mean, he said a Russian Jew. My bad. All right. Do you know that we are the true Jews of the Bible?
Okay, well.
No.
Say what?
I did not know that.
Yeah. What? Okay. Give me Romans. No. Give me Revelations 2 and 9. Give me Revelations 3 and 9.
Gotcha.
He wants to listen to you.
You want to listen to me?
Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9.
Go ahead, read it out.
I know thy works and tribulation and poverty.
He's talking to the true Jews of the Most High, all right? He's talking to what you call Black, Spanish, Native Americans, all right? We are the true Jews, according to the Bible, according to archaeology, according to fact, according to the universe, honestly. Keep going.
I know thy works and tribulation and poverty.
He said he know what you've been through. You know, he know your tribulations. We get shot down in the street every day. We the most ones in suicide rates. We the most ones in domestic home, incarcerations, exploitations. Keep going.
But thou art rich.
He said what?
But thou art rich.
We are rich physically because we have this melanin. Black don't crack. And especially mentally and spiritually, we are the true children of the Most High, God, Yahweh. Keep going.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
And you know the blasphemy of those that say are Jews, those what you would call Jewish people. They are not the true Jews. They are only Khazars, all right? They're Khazarians. And you say you're from Russia, right? I know you're from America though, but you say your father is a Russian Jew. So his forefathers would go back to Khazarian, all right? Between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea. Khazar, Georgia, Russia. All right, keep going on that.
I know thy blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
He said they are what?
But are the synagogue of Satan.
So in these times, well, ever since Balfour Declaration, there's been one people that call themselves Jews on this earth, and that's those Khazarians, those Jewish. Bring that up.
Revelation chapter 3 verse 9.
Bring it out.
Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan.
He said what?
I will make them of the synagogue of Satan.
Same thing that Revelations 2 and 9 say. He's going to make them the synagogue of Satan. Keep going.
Which say they are Jews
Which what?
and are not.
He said that which what?
Which say they are Jews and are not.
That means somebody lying.
Right.
Alright? That means somebody lying, you know. I mean, hey, the Most High already said, bring that out right quick. Hold on, hold that. Bring that out. 924, Joe, 924.
Job chapter 9 verse 24.
Bring it out.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
He said what?
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Go ahead.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Alright,
If not, where and who is he?
Just like Revelation 2 and 9 said, you know, he said, behold, there are some people that are going to be calling themselves Jews today, but they are not, all right? They're fooling everybody. They're fooling the whole world. So, I mean, you want to get with your lineage and see who you are, all right? According to the Most High, according to the Bible, all right? Because, give me that number 115. 118. Keep it. You got
Numbers chapter 4.
But this is important. You two sisters, this for both y'all. This is important, all right?
Numbers chapter 1 verse 18.
That's right.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
All right, read that one more time.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month.
All right, so they assembled everybody, all right? They trying to learn about their fathers. They trying to see their lineage, all right? That's what it means, pedigree. It means lineage, okay?
And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
So if you want to know what's your nationality, you gotta look to your father, all right? Just like if you plant an apple seed, all right, you get an apple seed, you go to China, you plant that same apple seed, it's gonna come out of the same apple seed, okay? So Whatever a man planned into a woman, that's what that child is going to be. You understand?
According to the numbers of the names, and from 20 years old and upward, by their codes.
Yeah, that's it on there. Give me this is very vital because the Most High only deal with nationalities. All right, He go by the Father. If you look into the Bible, have you ever read the Bible? Have you ever read the Bible? You say what?
My name is in the Bible.
What's your name again?
Moses.
Your name Moses?
Shit.
Okay, all right, that's what's up. All praise. So you gotta live up to that name, no matter what nationality you are. You know. All right, that's a prestigious name. So, this is very important. Go ahead. Keep going.
Book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 16.
Bring it up.
Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau.
Because the Most High, He viewed the white people and the I would say Caucasian people and the people that call themselves Jews, they are Esau. All right. You got to know who you are in this world, white or black. Because I mean, it don't matter. It matters, but you still got to follow the Most High, no matter what. Okay. Go ahead.
Who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Those fake Jews. Go ahead.
For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected.
He was what?
Rejected.
Alright, he was what?
Rejected.
Alright, give me Romans 9. No, give me Romans 9:13. You said have I love? And give me
Romans chapter 9, verse 13.
Bring it up.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is it their unrighteousness with God? God forbid.
because God does it all. Alright? So I hate it for you, but honestly, if your father is Esau, then you have to just do what the Most High tell you. I mean, only repentance is for Israel.
That's right.
Blacks, Spanish, and Native Americans. But you can still serve the Most High.
Yeah, he might be that remnant of Edom that
you can still serve the Most High. Alright?
Like he might be the remnant of Edom.
You're telling him that is that he is not good enough because of who his father is.
I mean, give me Deuteronomy 7 and 4. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 4. And this one I will have to put, because your ignorance, ignorance means not to know.
Oh, give me Amos 9 and 12. Amos 9 and 12.
Because of my ignorance, what, darling?
You didn't know that our sea lions are royal sea lions.
That's right.
So he told it's a commandment to us to only marry our own kind.
That's right.
What is your own kind, darling?
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are the true descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
That's right.
We are the children of Israel, not those fake Jewish people.
You know, darling.
And I can back that up. You want me to?
No, I want to finish talking.
All right, I got you. Go ahead.
Darling, I may be more Jew and higher up than you, and you may be less Jew than him. So I think by your own, your arguments, you are family. By the way, you're great.
Whatever you feel like doing,
I'll bring What you saying?
When you say by my
how
own,
can he be more Jew than me? What do you mean by
when
that?
you say by my own ignorance, and I'm sitting here listening to you ask questions that you've already answered yourself, like you're not exactly operating from the highest level of the totem pole. Just in your inability to use common sense logic. So
Hold on, wait.
What?
Come on, I'm
Just
gonna answer
let's
your
read the last
question.
scripture.
Hi, I gotta go. See you later.
Bring it up.
Book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 12. That they might possess the remnant of Edom and all of the heathen, which are called by my name.
Right.
Saith the Lord. That's it.
So see, I'm trying to get up the young brother chance.
Right.
I know he's doomed, but he's a kid.
Right.
So he ain't got no, he don't have no control
up
of
and been grown to be a good.
Right.
Like, he
A good apple picker.
I was trying to get him.
Good mango orchard worker.
Understand.
And his name won't be Moshe, it's gonna be Corey.
Bring out.
Right.
Cut that out.
Hey, better y'all than me. I would pull Psalm 137 on there. Hey man, you gonna be dashed against the stones, little cuz.
Book of 137, verse 7.
Hey, hold on. Hey, sisters. Y'all know y'all are chosen people.
Chosen.
Y'all know y'all chosen.
According to the Bible.
According to the Most High. Y'all want to find out?
No, the Bible said wheels are too high for a fool.
I thought you said you love God.
See, give me
What's God's name?
give me Jeremiah 2. Go to Jeremiah 2.
Say that, man.
They build, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, real shit, bro. They attitude match the way they
So the attitude match they build.
Come. Stay with me. Salaki. Give me Jeremiah 2 and 14. Hold on. Jeremiah 2 and 13.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 13. For my people have committed 2 evils.
Our people have committed what? How many?
2 evils.
2 evils because what?
They have forsaken me.
They don't even want nothing to do with the Most High. Anything that got something to do with the Most High, they shun it. Like, I already know the mama, the lady that just walked up.
Y'all want to hear the Bible? Y'all want to hear something real quick?
Come on, hit the Bible, sister.
I just want to hear something real quick.
You do? What? Well, teach me then.
Keep going. Read that loud. Read it loud.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 13. Bring it out. For my people have committed 2 evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and healed them out of cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water.
Yeah. Because they finna go straight down the street, go to the nail shop, get all their money to the Arab, or get all their money to the Asians. They don't committed everything that they trust into other nations. Alright? Read that right over. Read it over.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 13. For my people have committed 2 evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters.
They have forsaken the fountain of living waters. They have forsaken this law. Alright? Everything that says the law, they do contrary. Alright? Keep going.
And healed them out of cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water.
Exactly. Because it's no profit following after these other nations. It's no profit not doing what the Most High tell you. Because every time that we do something, hey, can I ask you a question?
Hey, sir.
Why you feel so comfortable?
Hey, y'all see, I ain't never seen the crowd move that guy.
You ran across the room. Good.
Y'all need to put that bullshit down.
Alright, let's get back on to the keep going. Bring that back out.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 13. Bring it out. For my people have committed 2 evils.
Go ahead.
They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and healed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water.
Because we can't rely on these other nations. They don't have the power that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh has. Alright, but we trust so much in these people, in their philosophy, in their way of thinking, in their mannerism. We trying to be like them. From the thought process, even to the hair that we put on, the clothes that we wear. We trying to be just like the other nations.